Yu-Gi-Oh! Digital Next is a trailer to show you kind of what's upcoming for Yu-Gi-Oh! We found out that we are going to be getting a Rush Duel game for the Switch. Arc 5 is coming to Duel Links, which means they'll be getting Pendulum monsters. We have an official Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator, which is like insane to me. It's been so long since it's just been so long that it's something that they should have tackled way earlier, kind of like their competitors and like other card games. But like it's better late than never. And the last one is Cross Game, which will be a four-player version of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is like gonna be interesting how they do that if it's like a battle royale style or yeah, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, let's talk about the first one, which is Rush Duels. Rush Duels is not out in the TCG as of right now, so I don't know if we're actually going to be getting like those physical cards. Like I imagine they have to, but I guess they'll gauge the popularity of the game on the Switch first. This is incredibly interesting to me because well, the first thing is the Rush Duels plays way different than any of the others. It's kind of like if I had to guess, Speed Duels was kind of like how they came up with the idea of Rush Duels. Like Speed Duels was kind of like the prototype, and when they actually fleshed out the idea for Rush Duels, that's what it actually became. So just like Speed Duels, you only have three monster zones and three spell and trap zones. You also Speed Duels, you only start with four cards in your hand like Rush Duels. However, you can normal summon as many monsters as you want, and during the next turn, you draw until you have five cards, and if you have more than five cards, you just draw one. For me, I have mixed feelings about Rush Duels. I don't really like it because, well, I call it caveman Yu-Gi-Oh, which is like the old like school style. That's what it kind of like. That's what you can tell that Rush Duels and Speed Duels are trying to mimic. Just the really old school caveman style of like I just summon big monster attack, set like spell and traps. Then my opponent summons the bigger monster, attacks my monster, and most cards back in the day like monsters just had like effects to boost their attack. Same thing with a lot of spells and traps. They just like involved very simplistic like styles of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like increase this monster's attack, destroy the monster that attacked, destroy the monster that was summoned, can't be destroyed by battle, can't be like targeted or like return that monster to the hand. It's just very simplistic effects. That's why I call it like caveman Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just like you just do very easy effects that like aren't that difficult to understand. Like new Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like kind of complicated for like players who don't really understand it that well. You have so many special summoning, so many token effects, so many like cards that just have like walls of text on them now. Just look at like some pendulum monsters. They have huge text. So I guess Rush Duels, like that's why I kind of like Rush Duels. It's for people who don't want to play the modern style, but I prefer the modern style just because like I want something more than just summon big monster attack and then like set one. Not a big fan of Rush Duels, but like I think it's cool that they're getting a video game. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna gauge the popularity of the game. If the game sells really well and people really like Rush Duels, I believe we'll get the Rush Duel cards and the TCG very fast. I think we'll get them regardless, anyways, just because like their Yu-Gi-Oh cards will sell very well. However, I do think that the popularity of the game will decide how fast we get them. I think that the popularity of that game is definitely a point of contention. So if it sells well, they'll like bring the Rush Duel cards in earlier. So the next one is Arc 5 is coming to Duel Links, which isn't doesn't surprise me. I think what Duel Links originally started out was for the caveman Yu-Gi-Oh for people who just wanted to play the very old school style of like it's not too complicated, just summon monster attack set, and that's what the kind of Duel Links tried to replicate. However, I think the issue that Duel Links had is like you could tell that they were getting away from that style. They were adding more modern cards. So what I think it will probably end up, I think Duel Links will eventually get Link monsters as well. Like next year, I think 2022 is just going to be the era for Links when they add that, and they will probably, if I had to guess, they'll probably just stray away from like negations because that's the one thing that Duel Links is always just like trying to stay away from. It's like monsters that have like negation effects, so it'll probably be just like modern Yu-Gi-Oh except very battle orientated, as they'll probably just like cards like Crystal Wing and like Omni Negate and stuff. They'll probably just want to stray away from because it will kind of be like an experiment. What would Yu-Gi-Oh look like if we didn't have like big monster negates and just like build a board workshops? So yeah, it's not a surprise to me that Arc 5 is coming to Duel Links, and I think Links will probably make the Duel Links 2 next year. Now to the really big juicy topic. It's the new Yu-Gi-Oh official simulator, and this is something that like they've needed for such a long time. Like it's kind of shocking to me how slow they've been with regards to this, because it's like all their competitors and like other games, like they already have official simulators made by the companies for the card games. Like yeah, it really makes you wonder why it took Konami so long to come up with an idea like this. Like, all their competitors have had this for quite some time. But as I said, better late than never. I think this is really cool. but I think I'll talk about the good and the bad things. Like I think a lot of people just got really excited by the word of an official simulator for like mass for like the current modern game. However, at the same time, like I can already see like there's a lot of issues. So I guess I'll just talk about the good stuff first, and then I'll get to the bad stuff. First, the animations look amazing. Like the fusion summoning, like that animation was awesome. Like summoning Starter Dragon, I think that was really cool. Like you can tell the chain links too. Like you can tell they put a lot of thought and effort into this. Like the animations look awesome. Like the chain links, how you can actually follow the chain links as they resolve. Like I think that will help a lot of people. And the fact that it's an official simulator and not just like manual is really good, especially for beginners. And the reason why I think this is really cool is because I think they can hold official tournaments on this, which is something that they couldn't have done with all the other. Like there are other sims like Dueling Nexus, Dueling Book, YGO Pro, but they could never hold official tournaments. But now they can hold a YCS with this. Like imagine instead of just like because there are no YCS and in-person events right now because of the situation we're in, but now they can actually hold an official YCS and give prizes. Like this is to me like something so actually cool. They can hold an official like laddering system too if they want to do like some sort of like laddering and like the players like the who are in the like top percent like get some sort of prizes or something. I think that's like insanely cool. Another thing that I noticed is in the Shadal hand they tested, there were two cards, Squamata and Ariel, and they had different rarities. So I think it's really cool, like the fact that you can like have different rarities on this. Obviously we'll have to wait till we actually get our hands on it to actually see if they look nice. But from what I saw, they look pretty fine. But so now that I said the good stuff, let's get into the bad things because there's like a lot of things. The first issue is like I think this is gonna be like really expensive because it's like the packs for this, it's like there's like there's no chance that they're gonna make this like free. They're definitely gonna force you to have to like grind a lot. This is gonna be like a hella grind game. You're gonna have to grind so much to get coins to go into buy packs, or you can just skip that and like just buy like the packs with your real money. So it's gonna be pay to play. So that's like kind of an issue, and also because like the rarities, like there's no doubt in my mind there's gonna be tons of short prints. Like if you think short prints are bad in the TCG, they're gonna be just as bad in this game because with the way that the rarities work, they're probably gonna have like some sort of starlight. They're probably gonna have like a ghost or something. They'll probably have all these cool rarities, and they're just gonna be ridiculously hard to get. Like they'll probably be like, if I had to guess, ratio as the same ratios as the ones in the TCG. And that's kind of a problem. The second thing is like how frequently are they going to update this? Like Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, like that took almost a year to update. So it's like they did like eventually get an update, but like if it takes that long, it's going to be like basically what I'm saying is if they take too long to update the game, people are just gonna go somewhere else and just like play this when they need to. Like it won't be a simulator that replaces the other ones like YGO Pro and stuff. It'll just be a simulator they play for like actual events, and like people will just go back to YGO Pro. So I really hope they update this frequently. And but other than that, other than those two issues, like I think this can be something like really insane. Like if they actually work, like if this simulator is actually like functional, there's not a lot of bugs, and like they can hold like tournaments on this, and I think that's like one of the coolest things that they couldn't do before. So yeah, this has a lot of I have a lot of high hopes for this. However, at the same time, there's also like you have to like judge the competency of the person the company running this. So yeah, like they've shown not to be the best in the past about stuff like this. However, I do hope that they actually take this seriously and they update it quite frequently instead of just waiting. Like if the OCG reveals cards, I hope that same night or the next day that there's an update for this new simulator and it just puts the new cards in. You can playtest them. They have like your own training mode. They have like you can play against bots. You can play against like an official laddering ranking system. Like I think that would be incredibly cool if they had like an official laddering system. So the last thing to talk about is cross duel. It says it's a 4-player duel, so it's like I don't know. I guess it'll be just some battle royale style. I don't know how that's gonna work because it's like gonna be very tricky to balance. But yeah, let I guess only time will tell. I'm not like against this. But I don't like it either. Like this something like that seems like it's gonna be incredibly difficult to balance. So yeah, this is my thoughts on the new Digital Next. I think this looks awesome. Like if they actually work hard on this and like make it like in the official simulator is what I care most about. So if they actually like work hard on that and like so it's like not filled with bugs and they like update it frequently, I think this can be amazing.